That shit where they like, everyone like looks at the tape like they haven't seen it in a while. Photosynthesis. I had a camera that my grandmother had gotten me, and it got stolen by a homeless guy with one eye. My girlfriend at the time, I had no money. I was like just living with my girlfriend, and she's like, I'll go to the Sony outlet and buy you the camera that you want if you pursue this. Really, the reason why I have the job is because of her. So she took me to the Sony outlet. I got a VX1000, and this is right when they came out. Like, no one really had the camera. Like, I think the kids that were filming in Philly had the VX3, the high 8. And I remember I didn't have a bag for it, so I wrapped it in a sweatshirt and put it in an army duffel bag, and I was carrying it around. I think this is right around the time that Kalis did the backside kickflip over the two cans. Kastrusi was there, and he was filming for the industry section in 401, which was when that came out. It was like you knew Workshop was the shit.
Yo, run for your life, the plot stick, it's no holds barred. When this new jack cops, the pop clips.
Anyways, Joe was there filming it. Josh did the backside flip over the two cans, and I was there, and I was basically like in the corner poaching it. But Josh was so fucking cool that he Joe's angle was so much better, but Josh was more like, hey, I want like this local kid that, he's like, I like his better. And I was like, fuck yeah, he likes mine, right? And Joe was like, let me have the tape. I'm gonna use it. Because Josh was really like, dude, just use his. And then the industry section came out. I was waiting for Josh's thing, and I thought it was gonna be in there, and then it wasn't in there, and I was like, fuck. Whatever. Joe lived in Cincinnati and just worked at the workshop, and they needed someone to start filming for this video. And they had like, you know, Wenning and Papalardo, who were like the young guys on the team, or they weren't even on yet, but they were like, hey, we're gonna flow these kids, would you mind trying to film them too? And it just kind of started like that. I was filming Josh, and then those two. The first person I called was Papalardo, though. I was like, look for the most unintimidating person on the on the list, and I was like, oh, I'll call this guy first. Yeah, I was filming with Josh a lot, and it kind of started from there. It was like, we'll give you a day rate, just let us know what, you know, who you're filming and what days, and it started like that. Just right place at the right time. I've had about like 6 of them, I think, or 7 of them. I've broken so many of them. I broke one spray painting one once back in the day. Like, spray painted it and then tried to turn it on, and it was done. But yeah, I used to spray paint my cameras. Like, I had black one, I had a silver one. Kind of like, and then I feel like G might have spray painted one. It was like fun. Not many. I think I had a scratch on one for a while, but it wasn't that bad, and I just kind of like ran with it. Like, even on my lens right now, there's like a little like nick in it. It's almost like I know that, you know, that what footage is mine, kind of, if you see it. But I don't film fisheye no more, so. I threw mine in the trash and had some kid come get it. It had been sitting in my closet. I was like, somebody's gonna want this, and everyone was so fucking head over heels for the VX. I was like, dude, I'm just gonna go like fucking put this in a can and post it. I did that, posted it, and then I went and got like a juice up the street or something, and when I was like sitting outside, I saw somebody walking with it, and I was like, people are on point. The last time I used it might have been a trip to Israel with like Reese Forbes and Austin Gillette and Alex Olson, and that was the last time. I think I came back and I got the other one. They really love that fucking camera. I think they still love it. I think it's kind of like teetering. I feel like people can afford HD now, so it's got a look. Yeah. Yeah, Philly stayed the same. Well, actually, like, I felt like it like started to move on, but then went back again. They're wearing all the old DCs and shit. That's cool. Man, I don't know. The first clip. I think Dill running down the stairs. Dill's part, really. I feel like he kind of like went out of his way to do something different, and it's kind of stuck out at the end to me. People really put a lot of their efforts into this video. For me, I was super psyched because it was kind of the first video I had like tons of stuff in, and it was like I really worked hard on this and went out every single day. I didn't even know if I took a day off. There were so many kids to film. When it came out, I was like, holy shit, like this is cool, but like I had seen all the footage, so it kind of like doesn't give you the same thing as it does somebody that's never seen it. I could tell that when it came out, it was like a big deal. Probably Kalis and Dill. I mean the whole fucking squad, but I felt like Wenning and Josh was super easy because he was so good, and then Dill just because I was coming up to New York and it was fun to hang out up here then with him especially. And then yeah, after this it was like definitely Papalardo. That dude just went on it was just like his like little beginner. And then like after this, I think he saw what the impact of a video could do, and then he was just like, he just fucking went like that. So the habitat shit was all Mr. Dibs, right? I'm trying to think what was in there. I mean, it was cool, but I felt like it was kind of. I liked it. I still like it. I love the Rolling Stones. I think they're like so good. But it felt unworkshoppy to me. But now it does. At the time, I didn't even think about it. But when I watch it now, I don't know. I feel like it's cool because the vibe that it is. But it is random to have a Rolling Stones in a workshop video. But it was definitely fitting. Like it felt like very like pure. It did. It worked. It worked. It was like it watched the intro. It definitely works. It's just Rolling Stones and Alien Workshop is funny together. Even when Josh skated to that one in mono, I don't know. It's kind of. It is what it is. What was the credits song? I don't even know. Was there a credits song? I mean, Radiohead was definitely big at the time. Polyethylene was like, that shit was sick. First time I ever like ran into Dill was at a Newburgh contest back in the day. There was like 1 and 4 and 1, and he was like a fucking little dude, man. My mother drove me and a friend and his girlfriend to the Newburgh contest, and that's the one that like Drehobel was like jumping over the pyramid and like jumping onto his side and stuff. And I think Dill might have heel flipped the pyramid and focused his tail. I told Dill this, like, I like went out to check on my mother because my mom was like, I'm gonna sit in the car, like whatever. I went out, and then as I was walking back in, I opened the door, and as I opened the door, Dill was like walking out, like literally it was at the same time, and it was like face to face, and he was like, what's up, man, what's up? But I remember being like, damn, that was Dill. He was little, and I was fucking little, and I was chunky and shit, but I was like pretty psyched. And Dill would be like, dude, we met at Newburgh or whatever, like. Workshop. I like Habitat, but for me, I like everything pre when I started. I think as soon as I started work, I mean, I was super psyched to work in skateboarding, and I still am, but a lot of the stuff pre when I started working for it, I was like, you know, it's just such a skate rat, you know what I mean? Early Workshop is still probably the top fucking companies ever. Just the way, the visuals were sick. It wasn't even about the skating, really. Even though Deerdick and Petrie and those guys were fucking epic. All those videos, Memory Screen and Time Code. Time Code's super sick still. Yeah, Memory Screen, which I didn't even see when it came out. I was just an 8th Street kid, kinda. But when I first watched that, I was like, it was when I was working for Workshop. I saw it way late, but they had copies of it at the warehouse, so I grabbed one, watched it. I was fucking blown away. It's the sickest video. It's like a fucking movie. I suggest watching it. I don't know if it was a RCA or a Panasonic, but it was an 8mm, not a high 8. It had the like dial with like the Running Man, the light, the like, it was like super rugged. Like it was the shittiest camera really, but my grandmother got it for me because I wanted to start filming skating. Pretty nuts. They did one for everyone, right? Here's the Josh Kalis photosynthesis board. They did a good job with these. Like the fucking little visuals and shit. Yeah, it's super sick to see this. I think like, I don't know, maybe in the Gino one, he was like looking at the board and it's like, wow, these are really skinny, but these are fucking skinny, dude. I feel like no one's riding this. Maybe he is. I have the shirt still. I have the photosynthesis shirt. It's size small. It's so small. But I used to run it. It'd be sick to see all of them. You got all of them? Better get on your collecting. I bet you Josh doesn't have this. Oh, shit. Wow. Yup. This was it. I think my girlfriend bought me this too, put down the credit card for this. Because I had the VX1000 and I had like not this. I remember Wolf had it first. Wolf had everything first, I feel like. He was like always ahead of everyone. G got this after that. And then I remember being like, dude, I have to get it. Like everyone's filming with G. I gotta get it. $7.99 maybe. I remember going in to buy the camera and it was like probably like 3/4 the price of, it was a refurbished one, but I remember fucking sweating. We walked out of there, I fucking didn't pull that thing out for like a week because I was like, I'm scared it's gonna get stolen. It's a Love Park shit. It was kind of like how the VX is with HD today. Like, if you couldn't afford this and somebody else had it, you were like, fuck that doesn't look as cool. Like, and you're like, dude, it looks way better, you're tripping. Yeah, I sold mine recently. A couple of years ago, I remember looking and it was just a paperweight. It was just like sitting on like a fucking stack of papers. I was like, dude, I'm getting rid of this fucking thing. I know the last clip that we filmed at Jake's was that nose grind off that Yellow Legend Chinatown Park. That was the last thing I think that he filmed. But he was on all that shit was in like a month, like all the heavy shit. That, maybe Dill's, I don't know, me and Dill went to Ohio. He did the 50-50 on the blue bar, Ollie 50-50. I don't know if that was the last thing. I can't remember the exact last trick. I haven't talked to him in a while. I have to reach out to him. He's pretty busy, I guess. He's fucking rad. He's definitely the main reason why I'm working in skating, pretty much. Him and Josh, I think. You know, Wenning and Papalardo came in together, but the funny thing is they were like, if you put them together, they'd make one person kind of thing. It's crazy because Wenning was super outgoing and kind of fucking wild and goofy, and Papalardo was introverted and like kind of like real mellow. And if you put those together, it would make like the perfect, and they both came up so heavy. Their trade show loop was like, as soon as that fucking thing came out, everyone, like they were on every company. It's so crazy how that shit, it's fucking Papalardo right there. What the fuck? Did you call him? What? That shit? I was just talking about you. Of course you were. Well, dude, come here. Give me a hug, bro. Hey. How you doing?
Good.
Chilling?
Yeah.
This fucking guy. How you fucking doing? Here you go. Can you hold this?
Cover status. What's up with that?
So good. I remember you didn't even really want that trick in there. I wasn't there that day. Actually, Joe filmed that.
Joe filmed
Maybe
it?
Joe filmed that.
I was sick. I had a cold, and I had a box of tissues in my backpack.
Yeah.
And I was blowing my nose, filming this trick. And Abe was making fun of me that I was using tissues to blow my nose.
You always got sick.
Always.
Every trip we went on, this
would.
guy had a fucking tissue in his nose in the back of the van. Dude,
Always get
what was
sick.
wrong with the immune?
It was super fucked up being around you dudes, man.
Was it Abe or Dill? Well, Abe or Dill called him the boy in the bubble. Remember you fakey flipped the City Hall stairs when you were like a little dude, but
You were there?
I was there, but I was filming Tony Montgomery and Omar Alvario, and I was trying to get them on workshop, and him and Wenning were there. You were filming with Castrucci.
Yeah.
And I remember being like, I remember being like, I want fucking these kids on kind of thing. And I remember just being there and you being with Joe and being like, oh, these kids are cool, but I kind of want to hook up with the kids I was filming. And then I started filming with you guys. Montgomery and that kid Omar Alvario.
Oh my God.
I was filming with them, and I remember Josh. Yeah, they were really good. And I remember Kalis was like, we should give these guys boards or whatever, but that didn't pan out.
That's such a. Remember Gas and Dump? That's like their fucking logo.
The workshop logo, Gas and Dump, where you hook up someone.
Like
you
just
hook
partying out and just being out in like Miami, just like the amount of dudes like while partying like on drugs or alcohol or just super fucked up. The amount of times they'd be like, you're gonna get on the team, and then like 2 days later, you like wouldn't pick up their call. It was called the Gas and Dump. They were like notorious for like gassing you up, I could think of
and
10
then like
people
being.
Off the top of my head, I won't list
I
them.
can't. I'm not gonna list them either.
And then the one that actually happened was Salego with me and Dill.
Oh yeah, he got on.
They didn't want to, but because I wasn't fucking. We actually stuck to that one.
The first time I met him, like I said, I was like going through the list of people. I had like Freddie's number, Deerdick's number. I had everyone's number, and I was like, oh, Anthony Pavlor, I'm gonna hit him up first. It's kind of the easiest one to call.
Yeah.
And I called you, and you're like, yeah.
14.
I'm starting to work.
In New York tomorrow.
Yeah.
I remember going into my basement because I was so nervous to hear you. But you were so nervous too.
The switch ollie over the bump to bar in Mosaic, super sick. I just like the way that looks, and that's fucking heavy at that time too. The thing that I filmed I liked was, I like the Love Fountain switch ollie, but I also like the rolling up fisheye at Clipper.
That's my favorite thing of all time ever.
That was, I remember filming that and being like, I'm filming it in a way that I like don't feel like anybody's done anything. I just really like that. Yeah, he was switch ollie and riding down it, but he's trying to switch 50 it, but he would just get into switch ride. He'd land that.
But the way you were filming was even hard for me.
It just looked sick. You had your hood up and everything. But I remember I would start before him and he would just come in and do it. One trick that sticks out that you were trying and you actually did, but I don't know if you were psyched on it, but it was really fucking gnarly, was the nollie front nose slide down the temple hubba.
Yeah, I look at it now.
Dude, this guy literally 2 hours straight could not walk afterwards. It was me, O'Mealy, and Greg Hunt.
And that's it, no one else.
Yeah. When he landed it, I feel like you like sat down and you're like, dude, I can't move. I feel like we carried you to the car. Open the back seat and put him in. You were so fucked up from that. You tried it for so long.
At that moment, I wasn't that psyched on it because I knew I put my hand down. But now I don't give a shit. I like it.
I remember Josh was there and G was there, and Josh was fucking. There was a lot of people there. I remember in the footage Josh coming up and being like, that was the fucking sickest. Yeah. I remember him being fucking super. I think we were all psyched. That was such a big deal then. Because not much had gone into the fountain, like a ollie, 180, and kickflip. But like a going in switch never happened then. That was huge. Oh, what happened? Ah, fuck, yeah. Ah. Oh, you so got it, dude. Oh, what happened? Ah, fuck. Ah, fuck.
You're shooting a little late. Dude, he was like...
Okay, I needed it. Yeah, bitch. Good job, motherfucker. And then Wenning, fucking what, like 2 weeks later, was switchbacks on it.
He always wanted to do it. I mean, That was sick as fuck, man.
Yeah. The switch ollie is amazing. The photo's sick. That Lakai had. And
It's a
then,
little rocket, that photo. But
yeah, but whatever. He had the I Love New York shirt on. That was sick. I think between like the bigger pros, like I don't know, it felt like,
Workshop was always way fucking cooler, and dudes that had to go to Habitat, like, they just tried to make it as cool, but it never was. Habby Whack, yeah.
I think that was a
Best
K-list
thing that
term
came out
for
of the
it.
Habitat was those jeans at the jean sales in that one year. They made those one pair of jeans.
I liked those first boards that they had. Remember they were
It was
blue
cool.
with
It
the.
was alright.
I felt
yard.
like it was fun helping, trying to see who was going to be on it at first. It was like,
But I
what
remember,
about
like,
this
when they
guy?
were, like, they were like, it's gonna be the sicker thing, and like, cool, man. I'm like, and it felt like I was gonna
It's
be
like-
the one left behind, staying on a workshop, and like, just totally didn't end up like that.
Carter and them were super fair, dude.
Super cool.
They were like, if
I have
you-
nothing
they would
bad to say
never-
ever about those
They
dudes.
weren't like scam artists, like where
No
they would
way.
rip you
they
off.
Were the coolest dudes ever, man.
Workshop had so many. Dude, they had so
I
many.
like their rave graphics.
You know
like
what's sick? It was the
Believe-
sick board that I think that you even. Oh, the first grab? Yeah, like the Believe
Believe,
with the
that shit
thing.
was
That's
so
sick.
cool.
But the matchstick board was super sick.
That was my highest selling board of all time.
I think Kalis' high selling board, or was it Deer Dick? One of those boards with the gold, or with
Yeah.
the chain. I feel like that
Deer
thing
Dick.
sold fucking blew down
Yeah,
doors.
Yeah, it did.
Remember
It was just like
this? I
Workshop
don't even know if this was a board graphic, but a shirt graphic. There was a cell phone.
The Dill. I
It
was
said
thinking
Dill.
of that.
That graphic was sick.
That wasn't a deck, but I was.
I don't
thinking
know.
of
I
that
think it might have
yesterday.
said Hip Kit or
It
something.
said Hip Kit, and it was just a cell phone Jason Dill shirt.
Because they would always be like, dude, what hip kit are you running? Like, you know how like a worker would be like, fucking got this thing here. I'm like, no, we should be.
He totally should be. He was like the mascot of the whole fucking. He was like
He
the
ran the
adult.
shit because
He was the
Pawlowski's
adult.
really good at being, yeah, he's good
the
at being the adult, and he was like very, no,
Guys,
we're not
we-
doing that, we're doing this,
Yeah,
and
like on
everyone would be
trips
like,
and
all right,
stuff,
yeah,
he
we're
would
doing
put
it.
the trips together.
He should have had a pro board, fuck it. Be
Like
sick
that
to
element
be
part.
sick to have his
That element part
board.
was dope.
The fucking orange beanie, dude. It was like this one that I found in the
We
fucking.
used to go to their warehouse and they had a room that just was all of seconds and shit. It was
Yeah.
super cool.
We used to
Find
go
stuff.
out there and I would be like, I don't want the shit that everyone's getting. Like, dudes were like going through with carts.
Yeah, like,
like
they're just
fucking,
being
like it was
those
like,
dudes.
here
We
you
were
go, you
going-
got an hour, like pick as much shit. Watching everyone that worked there fold all the shit and put
It's
it
like
into a
that
box,
fucking
dude.
TV show, Supermarket Sweep, dude.
It was the same shit. There was like a little area with all the old shit, and I would just go and dig through that shit.
It's an
And I
orange
found
beanie
this
with, like,
orange beanie, and someone else got one, but it didn't have the patch on it. I think maybe
Husky, I think.
this guy had a fucking goddamn reflex. Dude, we
Worst
used
beanie
to. it was the worst beanie, but I think that he just ran it just because it was like, I know no one's gonna wear this.
Yeah.
Dude, it was a big ass bearing on the side or
Who would
something.
wear a beanie with a bearing on it? Like,
I remember you wearing that fucking shit.
I wore it all the fucking time, dude.
Oh,
I bought
dude.
it- I looked on eBay the other day to buy one, dude.
I can't stop
I
laughing,
want
dude.
another one so bad.
It was Reflex. I think they still have Reflex going, dude. This dude was the only dude in the whole world that ran that one beanie. You gotta find a photo of him in that
It's
beanie.
the worst beanie. It's a ball bearing.
Dude, I got a text out of nowhere like a month ago, and it was just the beanie. I was dying.